Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you clicking on that video. Today, I am going to try to decide from 5 fragrances in my collection to wear to Christmas dinner. I have not decided. I picked 5 that are in the running. One of these is going to win. One of these I will be wearing to Christmas dinner with family. Without further ado, let's get into the list. These are in no particular order. And I got my Cobra Kai sweater on. I will be wearing this on New Year's Eve when season 4 starts. Let me know in the comment section below whether or not you are a Cobra Kai fan. I am. I've been a fan since Karate Kid back in the 80s, so that's neither here nor there, and that gives you some insight as to how old I am. But let's get started. So this first fragrance I did a first impressions video on. I was really impressed with it. I had heard nothing but good things, and it lived up to the hype. I absolutely love this one. I've been wearing it a lot. Scent I'm talking about. L'Homme Ideal Eau de Parfum from Guerlain. So right off the top, I get some woods and a ton of sweetness. Cherry, vanilla, some of that almond. But then pretty quickly, the leather starts to come in, which I love because this is pretty sweet up top. It's very gourmandy, but that leather sort of balances everything out. It adds that masculine touch to it. This is a really great scent. This is really versatile. I think this would be perfect for Christmas dinner. This is definitely at the top of the list right now for the running. Obviously, it's the first one I've smelled, but I love this scent, guys. I think this would be perfect. I get decent longevity on this one. Projection is good for about an hour, and then it sits closer to the skin. I think that's by design. This can be a pretty light wearing scent, which I think for Christmas dinner, you kind of want to be, you don't want to be too loud with the fragrance you're wearing. At least I don't, but I think this is perfect. Get some tonka, some sandalwood as it dries down. I don't pick up much of the incense in this. I know there's incense and Bulgarian rose in the mid. I don't pick up a ton of that. Sweet, a bit spicy, creaminess from that almond and vanilla, and that leather. Great scent. Perfect for Christmas. L'Homme Ideal EDP from Guerlain. This is at the top of the list right now. It's going to be tough to beat. So this next fragrance is notoriously known as a date scent, and for good reason. It's a perfect date scent. It's really sexy, like sits close to the skin. It's not a huge projection beast. It's not going to choke anybody out. Really mass pleasing, and it has some depth to it, and I love it. I actually have the collector's edition that I picked up from Marshall's, I want to say for about $50. I like this better than the EDT version. This is an EDT, but the original EDT. This one, for some reason, lasts longer on my skin. I get about 6 or 7 hours of longevity. Performance is good for the first hour or so, and then, like I said, it sits closer to the skin, which is what I want in a scent like this. But the scent I'm talking about, Dolce&Gabbana's The One Collector's Edition. Right away, warm and spicy. I get that tobacco immediately. It's a damp, sweet tobacco. This is one of my favorite tobaccos in this. It blends really nicely with that citrus up top. This is really light up top. It's aromatic. And then I get some fresh spiciness, which is probably from that ginger. It's fantastic. This is another one that you can't go wrong with for Christmas. It's perfect. When you're around family, you're going to be, getting compliments. People are going to love this scent. That warm spiciness, that tobacco, blended with the citrus and the aromaticness of this. It's soft. It's a bit woody in the dry down. This is a great one, guys. Dolce&Gabbana, The One Collector's Edition. So this next scent gets compared to a really popular winter scent that is at the top of everyone's list every season, every year. When people do top 10 lists, it's always number 1. It's in the top 5 at least. This gets compared to that one. I see similarities. I can tell you the differences when I smell it, but this is one of my favorite cheapies in my collection. I got it for about $22 on Amazon. I know a lot of people get it from Walmart for around that same price. The scent I'm talking about, Cremo, spice, and black vanilla. So right off the top, I get a ton of that cardamom. It's woody, aromatic, cardamom, spicy. It's a bit musky. I don't get a lot of the vanilla right off the top. That takes a little while to come in for me. The major difference I see from this to Spice Bomb Extreme is the amount of cardamom I get. I get a lot more cardamom in this than I do that. That is also, I get a lot more bergamot and citrus, like a lot more citrus up top. This is all cardamom. There's no mistake about that. You get a ton of it. And as it begins to dry down, I get more of that vanilla. The other thing I think that differentiates this from Spice Bomb Extreme is that this is a little better of a projector for me than Spice Bomb Extreme is. This is about 2 to 3 hours of really good projection. And it lasts a good amount of time too. I probably get about 6 or 7 hours, pushing 8 hours some days, depending on how much I put on. But I get good longevity out of this one. It's a great performer. And as it dries down, I get more of that vanilla, a little bit of vetiver. Fantastic scent. This is definitely in the running for what I'm going to be wearing on Christmas. Cremo, spice, and black vanilla. So a lot of these scents are in the same vein as one another. It's pretty damn cold where we are right now. So they're going to be all in the sort of the same vein, with the exception of one of them that I have on the list, which is probably an overall more year-round scent. But the next scent that I want to talk about is the original of this line. There's a lot of flankers. They all get attention. This is my favorite of the line. Scent I'm talking about. Stronger With You from Emporio Armani. Okay, so of all the scents, this is the sweetest on first spray. It's the most bubblegummy, sort of in the vein of, 1 Million and Halloween Man X, those type of scents. So you get a lot of that sweetness. It almost has sort of a boozy feel to it, like a liqueur, something sweet. And then you also have sort of an aromatic feel to it. I pick up a lot of the lavender in this, and although it's listed as a mid-note, I get sweetness and lavender, which makes it more aromatic up top. But as that sweetness starts to go away a bit, starts to dry down, I get more of the cinnamon and some of the spices in here. There's a chestnut accord in this that I don't really pick up on a ton in the top. As it dries down in the mid, I get more of that. I get a lot of it in the base. This is a great one, guys. I find it to be, it's very sweet. So for me, I'm not really into the super sweet scents, but if I'm going to wear a sweet scent, it's probably going to be this one. I just love the dry down of this one. It can be really sweet up top. That's just so you guys are aware of that. It can be really sweet up top, but as it dries down and becomes a little more balanced, it's fantastic. Another great option for Christmas dinner, Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, whenever you guys celebrate. Stronger With You from Emporio Armani. So this last one was actually an early Christmas gift for me. So there's a good chance that this one is going to get worn on Christmas, just as a nod to that person. They know who they are. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love you. But the scent I'm talking about is one that I've wanted to try for so long. And it was on my list. It was a complete blind buy, and I'm glad I did because it's fantastic. It's exactly what I love in fragrance. The scent I'm talking about. Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. So right off the top, I get a lot of balsamic sweetness to this. I shouldn't say sweetness. The balsamicness to this is sweet, but it's not. It's almost like a boozy sweet. And then it becomes, I also get a lot of amber to this. It's resinous, it's rich. I get some woods, and it's aromatic. This is beautiful at the opening. This is reminiscent of some of the popular fragrances in the 80s. I wore Drakkar. My father wore Drakkar. And by default, I had a bottle of it because he wore it. And it reminds me of that. This is leaps and bounds quality-wise better than Drakkar. But this is in that same vein, and it's a nod to that. And all the best things about Drakkar are carried over into this. And it just modernizes it. It makes it more for the modern man. Some of the notes in this, you have lavender, myrrh, some incense, vanilla, Bulgarian rose, and some vetiver. Beautiful, guys. This, right now, I think it's down to 2. I'll get into that in a minute. This is a modern classic. And it is just a beautiful scent. It's quickly becoming one of my favorites. I can see myself wearing this on so many occasions, but I think for something like a holiday party, holiday dinner, this would work perfectly. It's clean. It's uplifting. It is aromatic, spicy, creamy. It's beautiful. I love this one. Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. So it's down to 2 fragrances for me. It's going to be either L'Homme Ideal EDP from Guerlain or Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. I don't know which one of these I'm going to choose. It's tough. Let's smell the dry downs and see which one we're going to go with. I told you I'd make a decision by the end of the video, and I want to stick to my word. Okay, so here we have Guerlain. Wow, so good. Here we have Signature Pour Homme from Zaharoff. Damn, I don't know. I'm trying to imagine myself at dinner, Christmas, opening gifts with family, Christmas music playing, a drink in my hand, something festive, my Cobra Kai sweater on. I mean, which one do I go with? Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. Okay. This Christmas, I will be wearing Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. An ambery, warm, spicy, aromatic, some fresh spiciness, some patchouli. This thing is fantastic. It checks all the boxes for me. It has a bit of a sweetness to it, almost like a licorice or like a anise to it, which I relate to Christmas because every year my mother-in-law will put a shot of anise in some hot cocoa, and we usually have a nightcap, and that's what we drink, and it reminds me of this. So, without a doubt, this Christmas, I'm going to be wearing Signature Pour Homme from Zaharoff. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys are going to be wearing this Christmas. I'd love to see what you guys are wearing, and let me know if it's any of these 5. If you guys like what you saw today, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the support. I wish you guys a very Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.